Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 74 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Hands off to Aaron Jones.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career. Passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow. Longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
At the 9-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Mason looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Derrick Henry.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 66 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 41 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try to get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Derrick Henry on the handoff.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 38, Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Derrick Henry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
46-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings
on second and 9. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
16 yards, a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And to this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First and 10 at the
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Rodgers to throw once more. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A give to Jones. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to...
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Henry, the Titan ball.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Titans.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
6-yard line.
Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
On first down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This is taken at the 15. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their...
There he goes, left side. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
Run blitz. There defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Titans' 31-yard line.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Pick your game up. Check.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill goes underneath for Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. To the air again, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll go again to Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll hit the road.